evening. Today we are going to learn about the sense organs. Sense organs are the organs by which human are able to see, smell, touch or feel, hear or and taste. Now we have five types of sense organs. First is eyes. With the help of eyes we are able to see, as you can see in the picture. Now, second sense organ is ears. With the help of ear, we can hear. Any sound we can hear with the help of our ears. Then third sense organ is nose. With the help of nose, we are able to smell. Then fourth sense organ is tongue. With the help of tongue, we are able to taste whether it is sour, sweet, bitter. All the taste we can sense with the help of tongue. Then fifth sense organ is skin. With the help of skin, we are able to touch or feel the things, whether it is cold, hot, whatever it is, whatever the surface, we are able to understand. So these are the five sense organs which help us to sense. Like first is, as we can see, first is eyes. With the help of eyes, we are able to see. Then we have nose. With the help of nose, we are able to smell. Then we have ears. With the help of ears, we are able to hear. Then we have tongue. With the help of tongue, we are able to taste the food. Then we have skin. With the help of skin, we are able to touch.
Hello everyone. So today we are going to study about the aquatic plants. Means, as you all know, life on earth begin in the water and sea, and as water covers 71% of the earth's part, many plants and animals still grow or live in these water bodies. They are known as aquatic plants. Okay, there are three basic types of aquatic plants. How the plant adapt themselves in water body. On the basis of that, there are three types. First is free floating, second is fixed rooted, and the third is submerged plants. So today we are going to study on the special free floating plants. Okay, so let me start with the free floating plants. So first we will see these free floating plants are having some special features as you can see in the structure of free floating plant. This is an example of duckweed, a free floating plant. In this picture you can see the plant almost cover the water body, the surface. The leaf is almost on the water body surface. Why it is so? Because they don't have specific roots. If roots are present, they are very small and tiny. And the special pigment which they have in their leaves, that is chlorophyll, which makes them green in color. Second thing you can see is the air cavity between these leaves. These leaves have air cavity for gaseous exchange. Means because these air cavities, very plant is almost almost on the water surface. So they have a little tiny pore in it, and the name of this tiny pore is stomata. Because of these stomata, what they are doing, how their stomata helping them? These plants can exchange oxygen and CO2. Okay, before the gaseous exchange, we need this special tiny pores, that is stomata. And one more thing you can see in this plant, the plant has a thick waxy covering, so they can repel the water, and this waxy covering is because of the thick waxy layer, that is cuticle. This thick waxy layer can help them to repel the water and to keep the stomata open and clear. Example of these free floating plants are, first you can see that is duckweed. Now I will show you the second example, that is water hyacinth. You can see this is a very tiny colored plant, cover almost the surface of the water body, and you can see if they have root, very little tiny roots they have, otherwise the roots are not present. One more example, let's see the one more example, that is water lettuce. You can see this is also have a thick waxy cuticle layer upon the leaf surface. So these are the example of free floating plants. So let's see once again, that is duckweed, water hyacinth, and the third one is water lettuce. Okay, so these three are the free floating plants. So we have the first quality, that they float on the surface. The second, they have air filled cavity. The third, they have the chlorophyll pigment, and the fourth, they have stomata on the upper surface with thick waxy cuticle. So these are the adaptation of these water aquatic plants, free floating plants. Thank you.
चित्र देखते ही आपको पता चल गया होगा कि आज जो हम पाठ पढ़ने वाले हैं वो है कठपुतली। कठपुतली राजस्थान का एक प्रसिद्ध लोक नृत्य है, लोक कला है। तो आइए हम पाठ पढ़ते हैं कठपुतली।
Okay children, good morning. Today we discuss about the difference between plant cell and animal cell. Last class I told you what do you mean by cell. Cell is the structural and functional unit of life. So how many types of cells are there? I told the cells are plant cell as well as animal cell. Okay, so in plant cell today we will discuss about the difference. So here I will show you the animal cell first. So what all are features here it is available, I will show you. Then I will show plant cell also. Here see, it is the animal cell. So animal cell is looking like this. Outside it is different, it is like circular, more or less circular shape, and here yellow color, that is called endoplasmic reticulum, and this one, these are the small vacuoles. This is the mitochondria, and this is the nucleus, and this pink color you are seeing, these are the cytoplasm. So in animal cell all these are present. Similarly in plant cell, now I will show the plant cell, then we will come to know what is the difference. Now in plant cell, I will show plant cell. Here this is the plant cell. See what is the difference here. This is the plant cell. Animal cell, we have seen the outer side is looking like circle. Now in animal cell it is like pentagonal or hexagonal also you can say, like this. So this outer cell is called cell wall. This is in case of plant cell. And here nucleus is present. That nucleus was present in plant cell also. It is present in plant cell, it was present in animal cell also. But here this is the large vacuole, it is present in the plant cell, and in the animal cell we have seen the yellow color spot pictures, those are the small vacuoles. So the size of the vacuole is difference in plant cell and animal cell. And one more thing, here green color patches we are seeing in the plant cell, but it was not there in the animal cell. So this is the difference. So here what is the difference we have seen, and this type of pictures, endoplasmic reticulum and Golgi apparatus, these two are present in plant cell also, as well as animal cell also. This one endoplasmic reticulum, these are present in plant cell as well as animal cell, but in this type of chloroplast, it is present in plant cell only, it is not present in the animal cell. And this vacuole, this is the large size, it is present in the plant cell only, and in animal cells the vacuoles are small size. So due to this presence of chloroplast, the plant color of the leaf is looking green. Okay, so these are the three main differences. For your class, you should know only the three differences, that is outer structure is, it is like cell wall, this is called cell wall in case of plant cell, but in animal cell that's round shape structure is called cell, outer cell. Okay, so these are the differences, three differences. One is vacuole difference and chloroplast difference, and third one is the outer shape difference. Okay, so next class I will teach.